The Detroit Lions had one of the most exciting seasons, and to be honest, I got mad respect for this team. First off, head coach Dan Campbell. He's definitely one of my favorite coaches in this league. Even only after one season with the Lions, his coaching philosophy is phenomenal, and it was shown in the opener against the Eagles. They almost beat Philly in week 1, but they just lost by 3 points in a high-scoring game. Week 2 was a bit different. It was actually against my favorite team, the Commanders. Detroit literally went off in the first half and scored 22 points. It was a good game. Washington came out of the first half and scored 15 points in the third quarter and 12 points in the fourth. However, the Lions ended up winning 36-27. Even though Detroit lost in weeks 3 and 4, they looked good. I mean, in week 4, they scored 45 points against the Seahawks, and 22 of those points came in the fourth quarter. In week 5, they played the Patriots, and Detroit got blown out 29-0. But after having a bye in week 6, in week 7, they got blown out by the Cowboys 24-6. At this point of the season, it really felt like the Lions were just the same franchise. I do want to point out something, and it's about Jared Goff. I think the Lions moved away from Matthew Stafford at the right time, even though Stafford did win a Super Bowl with the Rams. But for the future side of the QB position, Jared Goff might be a better fit currently. He threw over 4,400 yards for 29 touchdowns and was only picked off 7 times. And he does have 2 more seasons remaining with Detroit, but this is where things took a turn for the Lions, and that was after week 8. They did lose to the Dolphins in week 8, but after that game, they went on a 3-game winning streak. They ended up losing in week 12 against Buffalo 28-25 on Thanksgiving Day. Detroit did play a pretty good game because the week after, they absolutely blew out Jacksonville 40-14 and beat the Minnesota Vikings by 11 points as well. Also got a win against the Jets 20-17 in week 15. Just when there was thoughts that the Lions were going to finish the season out strong, they lost one more game, and that was in week 18 against the Carolina Panthers. Detroit was down big going into the half. They only managed to score 7 points in the first half, and those points came from the first drive for the Lions. But coming out of the half, they were not able to make a comeback and ended up losing 37-23. However, the last 2 games of the season for Detroit were against divisional rivals, the Bears in week 17 and the Packers in 18. They absolutely blew out the Bears 41-10 and beat the Packers as well 20-16. Despite the fact the Lions started off rough, I think this team is trending in the right direction. The defense definitely started off rough, but they started to pick it up, and it kind of did show by blowing out teams later in the season. If you look at the beginning of the season, they played really close games. Now, at the end of the day, of course, a win is a win and a loss is a loss, no matter the points. But this team will keep growing, and for now, the quarterback situation is good. Good players are around him. The coaching staff is definitely improving, and they will keep moving forward by adding players to the defense and offense. But they have to stay healthy. Bitch, we some stars, pull up in foreign cars.